Welcome to CFI. Remember to like and subscribe for more exciting content.
With more than 20 years of history, Power Rangers is a franchise that was born from a simple idea. By editing American shot footage with Japanese action sequences from their franchise Super Sentai, Power Rangers was born. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers started the whole thing off and took Western audiences by storm. Now, with dozens of series, comics, multiple computer games, and movies, it makes one of the most successful franchises of all time. With hundreds of brightly coloured heroes to choose from, this episode of CFI will look at our top 10 female Rangers from the franchise. Number 10. Catherine Hillard, Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger, Zeo Ranger 1 Pink, and Pink Turbo Ranger. When people think of a Power Ranger that was once evil, most think of Tommy instantly. However, Kat was far more effective simply under Rita's spell than anyone could have imagined. Where Tommy failed, Kat succeeded and claimed one of the Ranger's power coins for Rita, removing the current Pink Ranger from the team.
Here it is. The power coin as you requested, Empress.
Zeddy, do you know what this means?
With her freedom from evil, Kat set out to undo the wrong she had done and aided in retrieving the stolen power coin. But when Kimberly chose to leave the team, Kat was the only choice to replace her. I guess knowing all the Rangers' identities helped here. While she was not a natural fighter like her fellow Rangers, Kat set to become a force for good and never backed down from one of Rita's monsters.
We don't have a choice, guys. I'll go.
And so will I.
No way, Kat.
Tommy, if you're going to get through the case of deception, you're going to need someone to keep Rita and Zed occupied. I can pretend I've changed my mind and tell them I want to be evil again.
From Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Kat continued to be a Power Ranger for several years, becoming in time Zeo Ranger 1 Pink and later the Pink Turbo Ranger. As her powers changed, Kat became more and more capable as a fighter and has been a Pink Ranger on more teams than any other female Ranger.
Enough! It's just you and me now! Think you could take me on alone?
But that's where you're wrong, Dipster. As a Power Ranger, I'm never alone.
Number 9. Vida Rocker, Pink Mystic Ranger. Vida is the Pink Ranger who loves fighting the forces of evil, but hates the colour she sports while doing it.
I like. Well, I'll accept the color.
While she may not be a lover of the colour pink, it doesn't stop her from getting stuck in and using her direct fighting style and handy magic to gain the upper hand. She is also very different to the majority of female Rangers for her naturally tough demeanour and how she handles a situation.
Pink is not my favorite color, but trust me, it's not gonna be yours either.
Her rebellious nature is what led her to be the target of Necroli, the vampire queen, and being turned into a vampire. Now under her queen's role, she turned on her friends and sister with a vicious fighting style. Being the last to give up, her childhood friend Chip never stopped believing in Vida and aided her in escaping the clutches of Necroli. With her always straddling the fence of good and evil, it allowed Vida to see the good within an enemy, Matumbo.
You're not like the others, are you?
What do you mean?
You don't want to hurt anyone.
Seeing he was unlike the other 10 terrors, she resisted her team and tried to aid her new friend to safety from both the evil forces he had betrayed and her own team. Vida is a unique Pink Ranger for never following the norm and going with her gut whenever possible.
I kicked some serious evil back there.
Number 8. Ashley Hammond, Yellow Turbo Ranger and Yellow Space Ranger. Chosen to replace Tanya as the Yellow Turbo Ranger, Ashley gave fans a fresh take on the Yellow Ranger. Being a rookie Ranger, Ashley quickly adapted to her new life as a superhero. She even proved very early on a high ability for problem solving on her own. This made her a key member of her team and she followed them when they journeyed into space after their powers had been destroyed.
Quadrons.
What's a quantron?
Now as the Yellow Space Ranger, Ashley continued to grow in both her battle prowess and her intelligence. She was also the first to fully embrace the newest Ranger, Andros, making the Rangers stronger than ever.
You're human.
But what she did notice that all the others failed to was Andros' telekinetic abilities. While she never developed the powers in the show, she was the only one to take lessons from him to try and learn the ability herself.
How did you do that?
I've practiced for years.
Do you, think you can teach me?
Their relationship continued to grow over time and the pair clearly shared feelings for each other. When it came time to say goodbye to their new friends from the stars, Ashley particularly struggled with the idea of leaving Andros. Much to her relief, their new friends decided to continue the journey with them. When you look at her place in the team, she was clearly the heart and passion behind both the Turbo Rangers and Space Rangers.
Someone call an exterminator?
Guys, are you okay?
Number 7. Kendall Morgan, Purple Dino Charge Ranger. In a series breaking the colour traditions within the franchise, Dino Charge gave fans their first female Purple Ranger. While Kendall was not the first Purple Dino Charge Ranger, she was chosen by the Energem as a worthy successor and imbued her with the powers of the powerful Plesiosaur.
What? It chose me!
Yes, a wise choice indeed.
Kendall is easily one of the smartest Rangers in Power Rangers history. Before becoming the Purple Ranger, she aided the Rangers with her mind and organisational skills. But once she had the powers behind her, she became a powerful fighter on the team. Also, while officially the Red Dino Charge Ranger was the leader, once Kendall donned the powers of the Purple Ranger, she often called the shots from both the Rangers' base and on the battlefield.
This will be the last time you hear these words. It's morphin' time! Dino Charger!
She is also the only female Ranger to have her own Megazord. Traditionally, any 6th Ranger has had their own unique Zord, with many having their own Megazord mode. But the handful of female 6th Rangers have always shared a Megazord or not had a Zord at all. Kendall has a multi-purpose Zord with an aquatic mode, space mode, and Megazord mode.
Placeo Charge Megazord, engage! Placeo Charge Megazord, ready!
Number 6. Psycho Pink, Pink Psycho Ranger. When we said top 10 female Rangers, we did not say they had to be fighting on the side of good. When you consider Power Ranger villains, Psycho Pink is one of the first to come to fans' minds. As the evil Pink Ranger of the Psycho Rangers, she is a savage fighter who wields the Psycho Bow and has her sights set on destroying any good Pink Ranger she comes across.
Is that all you've got?
You can't handle what I've got!
Psycho Pink had a particular rivalry with her fellow Psycho Ranger, Psycho Yellow. Betrayed by her teammate and missing her chance to kill the Pink Space Ranger, Psycho Pink was double-teamed by the Pink and Yellow Space Rangers and forced to reveal her true form in a giant showdown with the Mega Voyager. While she was the first of the Psycho Rangers to be defeated, it was when they returned she truly shined. Now trying to destroy the Lost Galaxy Rangers, the Psycho Rangers were outnumbered when the Space Rangers arrived. Appearing to be destroyed, the Rangers believed they had won the day. However, Psycho Pink had survived and got her hands on the Savage Sword. Piercing the Pink Space Ranger's morpher and absorbing its powers, Psycho Pink became near unstoppable. It took the ultimate sacrifice of the Galaxy Pink Ranger to stop her. With Psycho Pink being the only villain to ever kill a Ranger, she is completely worthy of any top 10 list.
Kendricks!
Number 5. Summer Lansdowne, Yellow RPM Ranger. Summer was raised in luxury where money had no limits to what she could do, until the world ended and money became worthless. While many would have expected her to fall with the majority of humanity, Summer became inspired by the dying words of her elderly butler. Ready to take on the world, she accepted a dangerous and near-suicidal mission to save a downed pilot.
Slow down, we're not gonna make it!
We'll make it!
We're not gonna make it!
Hang on!
The two ended up becoming the Red and Yellow RPM Rangers, with the Red leading the team and Yellow being his second in command. When a 4th Ranger was needed, Summer saw potential in the convicted Dylan and convinced her team to trust her judgment and allowed him to join the team. Now with their new allies, Summer continued to act as the team's forceful second in command.
Summer, you look,
Well, you look...
Radiant?
yes.
yeah.
Summer truly showed how good she was as a leader when Venjix infected all the men in Corinth with a virus, leaving only the Yellow and Silver RPM Rangers as humanity's last defense. Rather than panicking over the situation, Summer took it head on. She held off Venjix's attack until her fellow male Rangers could return to battle. She is a born leader and one of our top female Rangers.
Oh, come on. You just need to regasket the entire engine, change the filters, and probably switch out a fuel pump. I'll get some tools.
Number 4. Kendricks Morgan, Pink Galaxy Ranger. Kendricks was a curious mind that couldn't help but take on the greatest adventure possible of colonising a new planet. Perhaps the smartest of all the Pink Rangers, she attacked issues with logic and looked for the scientific answer behind every problem. She is also extremely compassionate and took the lost and displaced Maya under her wing on the colony ship Terra Venture.
Well, this calls for a celebration.
As the Galaxy Pink Ranger, she is fast and agile and uses this to knock her enemies off balance. Adding this with her Quasar Saber and Trans Dagger, she is a quick striking Ranger. But the reason she makes this list is due to her making Power Rangers history. Not even Tommy can claim to have done what she did.
Thanks.
When the Space Rangers aided the Galaxy Rangers in defeating the Psycho Rangers, Kendrix and Cassie had to deal with Psycho Pink, who gained the Savage Sword.
It's Psycho Pink. She's alive.
The two Pink Rangers battled hard, but Psycho Pink overpowered them and managed to pierce Cassie's morpher. With no option remaining, Kendrix sacrificed herself to stop Psycho Pink. Being the only Ranger to make the ultimate sacrifice makes her worthy of any top 10 Power Rangers list.
I'm okay. I'll always be here.
Number 3, Kira Ford, Yellow Dino Thunder Ranger. Kira is the ranger that can sing like a songbird but scream like a pterodactyl. Being a new style of Yellow Ranger, Kira added a flair of toughness not seen in a female ranger before. With her rock-style appearance and with her fighting style that was fast, powerful but graceful, she was a standout on her team. She even gets points for having the ability to take flight through her Super Dino mode.
Super Dino mode!
She was the Dino Thunder Ranger to discover the identity of the evil White Ranger, and wouldn't you know it only turned out to be the guy she'd been crushing on since he arrived.
You? But you almost annihilated me.
But I didn't. Look, once I knew it was you...
Let go of me!
It was a clear homage to the original Pink and Green Rangers and how they first met, but Kira never quite stole that kiss from Trent. Kira has also fought alongside more individual teams than any other female ranger. She met the Ninja Storm Rangers, Thunderstorm Rangers, Samurai Rangers, and the SPD Rangers. She was even one of the past Rangers chosen to form a new team of Rangers led by the second Mighty Morphin Black Ranger, Adam. This makes her the female Ranger to cross over into other seasons more than any other.
But how come you drew me as a superhero?
Because you're brave.
Number 2, Kimberly Ann Hart, Pink Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. The original Pink Ranger, Kimberly was the boyhood crush for many a 90s boy. With her kindness and compassion, she is the heart of her team, but this is not the end of her use to her team. With her gymnastics ability, she quickly adapted to a fighting style of gymnastics, often flipping and jumping around her target before landing a hit. As a ranger, she becomes even more dangerous. Equipped with the power bow, she is a surefire shot who won victory for her team on more than one occasion by landing a critical hit to save the day. She even on one occasion used the dragon dagger as an arrow. She fired it at her enemy for an even more devastating strike.
Hey, Guitardo! Check out this tune! Alright, you did it! Way to go, Kim!
Thanks, Tommy.
She became the focal point for multiple episodes. From landing planes to being the new Rita Repulsa, she went through her fair share.
I mean, the outfits are cool and everything, but my hair gets all tangled up inside the helmets.
She was one to always encourage and give hope for Tommy to remain on the team and gave him strength when he thought he had lost his powers. This relationship was flipped when Kimberly lost her own powers, which led her to find new purpose in her gymnastics and eventually leaving the team. As the original Pink Ranger, she set the bar for all Pink Rangers that followed her.
Once you're right, Goldar. Okay, guys, it's time.
Time? Time for what?
It's morphin' time! Pterodactyl!
Before we unveil our number 1 female ranger, here are a few honourable mentions.
So, you have decided to face me after all, young ranger?
Yes! You see, I do have honor, Mantis!
Perhaps.
Yeah! Calm down, guys. I say we're doing just fine the way we are.
What's wrong? Never seen a girl in blue spandex walk on water?
Snow staff!
You're iced.
Let's dance!
What's going on here?
Got that right! Fever
Number 1. Jen Scott's Pink Time Force Ranger. Jen makes Power Rangers history as being the first leader of a Power Rangers team that is not red or white. Being the first and to date only Pink Ranger to lead her team, she comes from the future to capture the villainous Ransik and ensure the history remains on course.
Ha! We'll see about that!
But it goes deeper and more personal than simply it being her duty, as Ransik defeated and killed her fiancé, the Time Force Red Ranger. In the past, she meets Wes, who becomes the new Time Force Red Ranger, and slowly he unintentionally heals her broken heart and allows her to open up once again. Their relationship was truly tested when her fiancé was revealed to be alive and retook his Ranger powers.
Alex?
However, in true Pink Ranger style, the love of Wes changed her forever and she now stood with the new Time Force Red Ranger and broke off her engagement. With her powers and abilities, she is a forceful leader who does not back down. She proved her worth to the Time Force Agency so much that she returned in Power Rangers Wild Force. Now as a hardcore time hunter collecting fugitives through time, she sported more powerful weaponry and skills, making her the ultimate force for good and our number 1 female ranger.
You've been watching CFI. Don't forget to click subscribe.